Hi beautiful soul, here's Judy for another weekly guidance reading. I am so happy to be with you here today. I have been absent for the last 2 weeks because I was really working into my sacred apothecary. You will see I'm going to pop some of the photo around and you can see what I am up to, and the link is down below in the description section. So for you who are new to my channel, welcome. I am Julie. I am an intuitive, a holistic counselor, a shaman, and a spiritual instructor. And I am here to help you navigate this time. All right, so the energy. The energy is very strong. For the last 2 weeks, it's been very, very potent. I say that, I think, every single time, but this time is even stronger. And I say that a lot as well. I want to dive into it. I want you to really take what resonates with you during this message, because you are the actor of your life. You decide what is right for you or not. This is really what I am feeling, and I just feel the need and the guide asking me to share this with you. So to start with, I want to talk about our responsibility into this moment of life. And this was very, very strong this morning, saying that where we decide to be from now on, it is really a choice. All right, again, we're not asking you, and when I say we, I'm talking about the guide. They are not asking you to make a choice between two things, you know, but they are asking you to make a choice on actually what you want for your life, to be very, very clear with that. Also, there is something that I wanted to talk about today that they asked me to actually share with you. Why I never actually talk about what's going on in the world, and why I don't talk about what's happening in the media and all of that, is because this is actually something that deroute you from the point of where you need to be. So it's distraction, and I keep hearing these words, you know, it distracts you from actually doing the work that is needed right now. So the work that is needed right now is actually work on yourself. It's actually the work of what you want to see in the world start from your own work. Nothing starts from outside. Everything that is outside of you is just a reflection to what needs to be worked inside of yourself. And so it's time to stop to blame the external and what's happening outside of you, but to actually really start to look inside deeply, you know, and be real and be true and honest to yourself. And I know it might not really it might be quite tough and difficult to hear that, but it is what they are saying. They say they have been gentle until now to awaken humanity. But now, it's not that they want to be brutal, totally not, because, you know, the spiritual world is so beautiful of light, but it's almost they need to shock you for you to realize, you know, because you from your own self don't want to go there. And I know it's not the case for everyone. A lot of people are already up there doing their work and continuing on their awakening path, but some of the people are not there, and they keep blaming what's happening outside, or pity what is happening outside, or, you know, victimizing themselves or other, when actually all of this is just to actually distract you. And of course there is suffering in what's happening. I'm not removing anything on that. The thing is really to disturb you and to remove you from really your own path of awakening, because when you are actually putting your attention into that, you're not putting attention into your life, and actually your vibration come down, you know. And even for any person who already work on themselves, they will feel that. And the last 2 weeks have been really strong. I predicted that, you know, for April, and you can look at the video about April prediction. It was very clear that there will be quite dark energy trying to deroute you from actually your life purpose, cutting you from the divine message, and all of that is part of it. So It is really time, and I keep saying that, but if you haven't started your spiritual, and I don't want to say spiritual, let's say it doesn't need to be spiritual, but to work toward yourself, then it is time to do the work. And there is plenty and plenty of people who can help you, resource online, courses, but you need to decide that. This is your step. But the thing is, the guide, the light worker that are from other realm, other planet in the cosmic, they're going to start to shake you even more because they want you to wake up. They want you to realize and look at yourself truly. So you may find that a lot of things start to not resonate. And if you don't want to listen and make the step out of their situation, of their relationship, it will happen automatically. You won't have any choice. So what is asked for you, and it's not something negative, it's just they're going to shape your life to actually get you where you need to be in the placement of their divine timing and plan. But they give you hint every day. And also, of course, fear and uncertainty, all that will stop you from going there. But now they're really saying, listen to your heart. Stop to fear. Open your heart and do what you love. Be with the people you love. Open your voice, your heart. Be true to who you are. Stop to pretend. Remove the mask. And if you don't do it on your own, they'll do it for you. And that is what I said in the past, For the people who are not taking the path toward their self, it's going to be harder and harder. And I don't like to say that, but it is the case because they don't know anymore what to do to wake you up, to shake you up, to actually the reality of what your reality is. So it's something to consider deeply. And again, you take what resonates. But this is to the tone they are telling me, It's almost that urge. It is time. It's been time for a long time, but this is really the time now. It's urgent. It's urgent. All right. So I know it's not easy, and it's not easy for me either to deliver this message. And remember that this message is coming from guide, light worker, shaman that knows the path of your soul. They know why you came here on earth. And they're trying to make you remember why you came here on earth. It's very potent. And it's quite interesting as well what I would like to share. But of course it is a time where you may want to co-create with others. And that's for a lot of people, they feel they need to go back to community and be together. Yes, the things to remember is until you are good with yourself, you're not going to be able to co-create with others. So remember that this time, the time toward yourself can be very lonely. All right? It is lonely. It doesn't need to be that you do it alone, but it can be lonely because it's your path. And you have to face your own shadow. So we have the aloneness. And we can see there is the light, but it's quite dark, it's the obscure. Is the obscurity, around. But there is the light. But the person is doing his own step by step, is walking on the path toward the light. So there is moment where, yes, when you go through that path, even if you have been on the path of awakening for a long time, there is always layer to go through. So of course it can feel lonely, on this time. It doesn't mean that you are alone doing the work. I mean, you are, but you have support around you. So it's important to have the support around you to go into this obscurity, Yeah, you see, isolation, aloneness. So it's very funny how, yes, to actually break through, you need to go to that. And it's not negative at all. But it is time to face your own self. And yes, it can be isolating, but it's for you, you need to break the ice to go there, you know. And sharing come after. I mean, sharing. I feel, you know, when I say sharing, it's more like the community aspect of things. You know, you co-creating. You cannot co-create, and maybe, you know, that's not something you believe, and everyone for their own. But the message that is here coming is like, until you actually work on yourself, know what you want, and truly go to the essence and remove all these layers of conditioning, self-discrimination, belief system, past life trauma, intergenerational trauma, you will bring all of that into the community. All right? So it's important. So see, we have the isolation and the aloneness. The isolation is pretty light though. So what I see with the isolation is that you break the ice to really go to the warmth of yourself. Yet, this can be quite lonely, but it doesn't mean you don't have the support. All right? So it's very asking you to go back to some things very simple, you know, decluttering your life. And you will find actually that anything that you're holding on, all the pillars that are actually, the word fake is coming, but you know, the pillars or the things that you think that are your security outside of you, they're going to break down with the society. Okay? They're going to break down. So it's important to find your security from deep inside. So we're asking you to go back to a really, really simple life. Sorry for the doggy that is. We have a puppy in our flat, so if you hear barking, that's the puppy learning at the moment. I cannot change that. So it is asked for you to go back to the simplicity of life. When was the last time you actually looked at yourself truly and did something very meaningful for yourself? That doesn't relate to actually commitment or sacrifice or some things that doesn't resonate with you, some things to do because you need to do, because it's a chore, because you need to earn money, you know. What it is that actually you are able to do that is simple to just make you feel good and happy is actually going for a 9-to-5 job every day. I'm not saying, you know, you can go for a 9-to-5 job. It's like the big sentence, you know. What I'm trying to say is your life fulfilling, or are you drained to the bone? Just look, be realistic, be honest with yourself. Are you actually in a cage, or are you really free of doing what you feel deeply? And then you may be like, Julie, but I can't, I have responsibility. We all have responsibility. Okay? But we can create a life that also help others to be responsible for themselves. You're not responsible of everyone. You decide to be responsible to everyone. So this is the choice. Okay? This is a choice. What are your priorities? I know this message is shaky, you know, and it's maybe quite difficult to hear, but what are your priorities? It's your priorities to, and there is no judgment around that, so please know that. But is it to go in a restaurant once a week, or having takeaways, or actually putting that into a massage a week, or to go to counseling? You know, so just really think through everything, you know. Is it to buy clothes? Or is it to actually put the money in a course to actually make you feel good? Just think about it deeply, because that's the choice that is asked for you. What do you prioritize in your life? And are they making you really happy? I'm not saying like a mask happy. I'm saying, are you deeply in your heart joyful with what you do? When you wake up in the morning, are you happy to wake up in the morning to do what you do? Or are you just waking up and feeling drained and drained and drained and dark and dark and dark in that routine? There's nothing wrong with routine. I love routine. But do you love your routine? Or you just force yourself to actually go there because you feel you don't have a choice? Because you have a mortgage, because so many things. All right? So it's important. You can change your life, but you only can decide that. All right? And yes, it takes to take decision and to change and shift things and sometimes to let go a lot and to go back to simplicity. And that's what is asked for you. Go back to something simple that brings you joy, but real joy. It's also asked to not compare yourself with anybody else. All right? We often look in the garden of the other and think, you know, that the garden is greener in the other side. But water your garden. Water your garden. And watering your garden means actually being real to yourself and decluttering and changing things around. And change is not easy. I never said that as well. Change takes courage. It takes resilience. It takes sometimes to let go of a lot of things and to radically remove everything. And it's painful, yes. But then what you find on the other side is beautiful, you know. It's just that transition that can be hard. But the transition is important. Because if you never do that transition, you never get to where you could be, your full potential. If you need to stop, stop. Don't wait for someone to tell you to stop. Don't wait for your body to tell you to stop. Stop when it's time, when you feel you need it. Make the time for yourself. I know it's strong, and I repeat that because I feel, you know, they are strong. They're telling, you know, they are very strong with this. But it's because it's time. And I said that many times, but this is really now. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult. And again, I don't like to say that, but they really are saying that. What is coming? I'm just going to pick the rest of the cards. But remember, I'm channeling, all right? So the card that come, the message that come within the card is channeled through me, all right? So, and sometimes it's super peaceful, sometimes it gives you like a kick in the butt. And today is the kick in the butt, I feel. And I was like hearing the message this morning. I was like, oh yes, it's time to go and do a video and kick butt. It's kicking my butt as well, you know. It's not just yours. I have to listen to all these messages. And the things is like also through that change and making that decision. It's not because you make the decision that you don't need to be patient as well, you know. Because everything will unfold on divine timing. So you have to really trust that you will always be provided, you know. Always. Doesn't matter what you do. Okay. What do we have here? Yeah. So we have, oops. I am at home in my body and at peace in my mind. Yes, it's coming back home, guys. Look at that incredible card. It's seeing the reflection in yourself, of yourself in the water, and looking really through that reflection, but inside of you. Seeing yourself for who you are, but being at peace also with who you are, accepting, you know, and not looking in the garden of someone else, you know. It's not because something is working for someone else that it's going to work for you. And also remember that it's by watering your own garden that it flourishes and it becomes green as well, and that flower grows. But you have to start to plant the seed. So you have to start somewhere. And this is the choice to make, not the choice of two things, the choice to choose yourself, your happiness, to walk on your path, not what people offering you, no, what is for you, regardless anybody else. And when I repeat myself, it's because they're like, yes, this is very strong. So you block this. I mean, you know, we don't want to block anything, but you just do your own things, and you trust, you listen to your heart. If you feel that is what you need to do, change your life, change job, change your home, going somewhere else, do it. Don't wait, do it. And I know you don't always understand the do it, but I can tell you I had to go through that, you know. And I got the message, and I waited because I didn't want to do it, and I got forced to do it. So I have been there, I know what it means, and it's very painful, especially when you are forced to do it. All right? So do it when you feel it's time to do, when you are told to do it, when you just have that nudge, you know, inside of yourself. Don't wait that something's external of yourself or internal of yourself force you to stop. And then when you are in that, everything takes place. Everything takes place. Because it was meant to be, it's always have meant to be. So you have to really trust when you have an intuition of doing some things, when you are called to do some things, when you are called somewhere. When you want to shift, just trust. It's very, very important to trust that. We have the 11. And the 11 is new beginning, all right? It's the number after the 10. 10 is really the ending of a cycle. 11 is going forward, and you have this gift of the strength, and it's really the card of listening to your inner child. And the inner child is everything that makes you joyful. And from the inner child is rising in the heart, and you can emanate that. But if you block what you're feeling, you know, just open yourself. Release all this blockage, release all this rock, of that rock around you. Breathe, expand. It is what is asked for you to be your full potential person. Proper rest helps me feel and look my best. And this card came upside down. So to me, this is a deep message for someone that it's time to stop, that it's time to really go to bed early, organize a better life, a better schedule for you to actually have more time for yourself, to rest, to, like I said in the beginning, to go back to a really simple life where you have the time to go for a walk, where you have the time to take a bath or to just sit and do nothing. Sit and do nothing. And go and look within. You know, it's very hard to be honest to yourself, to ourselves, because the truth is very hard to look at, you know. But when you are able to look at the truth, everything changes in the best way, even if it feels impossible at the start. Quite interesting because the politics card came upside down, and to me it's really like the mask, you know, it's pretending you are someone but you're not, and so you're always passing next to the person you really are. You're always bypassing your intuition, your sensation, what you want to do, what you feel you want to do, and you do something that actually doesn't resonate with you. It's time to stop to do that. It really is time to stop to please others, but rather pleasing yourself. And also, you know, I want to repeat that, but every time you do the work for yourself, you do the work for others. You are an example. So please raise your children in the best way. Show your children that they need to be themselves, that they are able to actually be responsible for themselves. They can do things for them. That's where happiness coming from. It's nowhere, it's not a destination. Destination is finding happiness within them. But if you're not happy, they feel it. If you do everything against your will, they feel it. So please show them by actually going into your own happiness, your own work, searching for help, creating change in your life, showing them things that they can do for themselves. Okay, we have this message coming here. Micro moments. Big moments stand out, and we often strive toward creating them with our future thinking. Yet, they can be few and far between. So much joy, awe, and wonder arise in micro moments, which are occurring all the time, despite our attention being elsewhere. Today, try tuning your mind to notice more of your micro moments. You might pause and soak up how much beauty, abundance, and creativity already exists within and around you. And this is, to me, going back to really the simplicity of life. Where can you find happiness? In very simple things. It's not the big car, the big house, the big job, the big money that is going to make you happy. And we can see that there is plenty of people with loads of money and they're like, that's not sufficient. I'm still searching for happiness. So start to look at happiness and search for your happiness now, the real one, the micro moment. Open your eyes. Look at the sky, look at the flowers, look at the nature, look at the world you live in. Open your mask, your eyes, remove your mask. See through the reality of the real lens, your true essence. And if you don't understand what that means, start to look at yourself in the mirror. Okay. Calm. I'm laughing because they're so strong. I'm not trying to be strong with you, they're trying to be strong with you today. I love how the energy always change, you know. I'm bringing you no honest and true message always, and this is one. And I know it feels that it's often the same, but it's because some of you need to hear it again and again and again and again. Let's see. Oh, there you go. All right. Oh, one other came down. Okay. So we have channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. Oh, it's always very sunny. I always put my light in the best way and then we get the big sun. So, this is to say, when you work on yourself, you declutter, you become more fluid. The channel within you, we can talk about the nadis, the meridian, your chi. The chi is the energy, sorry. And then in which the chi energy, the prana, the life force travels. When you have a free channel, when you have free meridian, the life force can actually go everywhere within you. It means you have melted all the blockage, all the resistance, and you have a free channel to receive actually energy. When there's energy go through you, they emanate out of you. They emanate in all of your chakras, in your aura, and you become that lantern for others. So people start to feel your change and they want to be that change. So be the change you want to see in the world, because through you, through your emanation, others are going to willing to get that, to understand where is that coming from, and they're going to change as well. So please do not doubt the ripple you have on other people, but that's only when you start to look at you. Only when you start to look at you for who you truly are at this instance and who you really want to be from essence. The other message that are here, it's mental vitality. I feel myself switching on, I'm ready and I am eager. I love that. and positive leadership. Collaboration are positive when heart and mind work together. You see, so to me, the time of sharing that we had in the beginning, to me that's the community. It really represents the community. It only can happen, the collaboration with them, when your heart and mind work together. So at the moment, if you haven't connected to yourself, your soul is in a body that is disconnected from it, that is disconnected from the mind. And it's like three pieces that need to actually join and be activated together as one galactic being in a human body. So that's the work that needs to be done before you can get there. And I know a lot of you want to get there already, you know, which is beautiful. And I love that and I cherish that. And I know some people are ready to go there already. And if you are there already, just remember that if conflict happen, if you have trigger, is because there's still need to be worked on. It's nothing about the community. It's just they are a mirror of yourself, and they will show you what you still need to work on. With the I feel myself switching on. I am ready and I am eager. I really like that because to me it's like I feel, you know, a part of you is ready. Your soul is ready to get you there, you know. And it's just when you're going to put your heart and mind to it that it's going to happen, but freely. But if you don't go there, you're going to be pushed to go there. And that's going to be very getting you out of your comfort zone, but in a forceful way. So it's mean like you're not prepared. Here I'm telling you this, the guides are telling you this because they want you to prepare yourself to go there. They want you to step on that path. They don't want you to wait anymore, to wait that something else fall magically. No, you are responsible. You are the one who need to take their responsibility in their hand. Okay, there is something else that I need to share with you. I'm trying to see what. Okay. They're asking me to pick another card. There is something that I need to tell you. There is a hands also here on the table, so it's being. Oh, so maybe. Sorry. Yeah, we are the world. Again, we are the world. So this is deep message. And trust, fly, jump. When I say jump, you know, it's like not jumping. It's like take the leap into the unknown and trust that you will always be looked after. And that is through you that we create the world we want to see. It's through every one of us. We are the world. We are this planet. We are this earth. We are a particle of light, of God, here on earth, all co-creating together. But the start is within us. The start is being a bit lonely and alone on our path to really discover who we are and breaking all the boundaries. I mean, not the boundaries, all the blockages for light to shine and for happiness to come back. This is the message today. This is the message. That's all I needed to share with you. I feel very blessed, you know, to be able to share the message with you. If you resonated with it, make sure to like it, to share it with someone who needs to hear this, to subscribe to the channel. This really helped me to continue to do what I love. Have a look at the apothecary on my website. Have a look at all the sacred products that I create just for you. Now I have a new product, is the back flower remedy. So I'm very excited. I now mix them myself for you, so you can also purchase them on my website. And if you need help to actually be supported on this path of awakening, remember that I do one-on-one session. I also have courses that are also part of that, and I am actually releasing a book very soon about this as well, so it's very exciting. I am in the editing part, so we'll see. I'll keep you updated onto that, and you can subscribe to my newsletter if you want to know and not miss out on this, because it's very exciting. It's going to be amazing. I'm so thrilled. I'm also working on so many projects, you know, at the back that I will not share right now, but it's very, very exciting. So, and all of that, you know, is the work that I do for myself, but that is asked for me to share with you to help you to navigate on this path. So, you know, you never are alone, even though it's a lonely path, because it's your own work that you need to go through. You are supported, you are guided always by the light being, by, you know, light worker like myself, counselor, healers, shaman, you know. So remember that it's important, it's so important and urgent. That is really the message that needed to come for you today. So I'm sending you so much strength, courage, love, and I am sure you will be able to step into all of this, because there is things beautiful awaiting for you, so much gift. And I hope you really go there. All right, so I'm sending you so much love and light, and I will see you next week for another video, another message. Remember, there is so many videos on my channel that you can have a look at as well to help you on this path. All right, I'm leaving you now, and I will see you next time. Bye.